President William Ruto has dismissed as baseless any talks about regional political kingpins, throws the spanner into the works into the political current landscape, especially at a time when politicians allied to his Kenya Kwanza side and led by his own deputy, Rigathi Gachagua, as aggressively advancing the regional politics agenda. Ironically, rekindling his pre-election pet subject, his off-the-cuff remarks at the state banquet in honor of visiting King Charles III and Queen Camilla at State House is a paradigm shift from the past. NTV senior political reporter Ibrahim Karanja puts this into perspective.
Said in jest at the state banquet for King Charles III and Queen Camilla in State House Tuesday, the remarks by President William Ruto, terming as baseless contests for regional political kingpinships, was not out of the blues. It certainly had deeper political connotations and reflected the position of the head of state.
I did inform His Majesty earlier that in Kenya there is a concept called kingpin, and there is a contest for kingpins around Kenya. Different regions have different kingpins, and there is a vicious contest for this kingpin position, which literally amounts to not so much. But this week, all contests about kingpins have been suspended because the king himself is in town.
Observers argue that by bringing out the discussion, the president intended for the message to be heard and to especially permeate through the ears of those advancing politics of regional kingpinship. Interestingly, Ruto's terming of politics of kingpinship as amounting to not so much is a contrast of his own brand of politics. In laying his bid as a potential president, Ruto first carved out an image of the main political pointman in the Rift Valley, gathering the region in one basket, and later he launched an onslaught on Mount Kenya for the same position. His disapproval of the kingpin debate coming at the height of an evident contest between his deputy Rigathi Gachagua and Kiharu MP Ndindi Nyoro on who ought to be the political figurehead of the mountain region, with Gachagua counting on his position as the senior most elected leader from Mount Kenya and Nyoro counting on his youthfulness, eloquence and a razor-sharp political acumen to claim the throne.
You can continue doing your analysis. You can continue writing headlines every day. That will not distract me and the leadership of this region to work towards the unity of purpose for the benefit of the people of this region.
And to indicate that the same talks about kingpins has entered the Rift Valley was an altercation in Bomet County in which supporters of Governor Hilary Barchok and Senator Hilary Sigei clashed. That plus conversations in Nandi County last week over the kingpin talks. Talks that have attracted disapproval from President Ruto, at least going by the statement. Yet to still rubber stamp Ruto's own upheaval against any kingpin debate was his action in February this year, in which he banned MPs from having regional groupings. The ban on regional parliamentary caucuses, believed to have been triggered by the decision by the MPs to elect their own preferences into the East Africa Legislative Assembly, EALA, instead of a list endorsed by the Kenya Kwanza coalition during a parliamentary group meeting in State House. Yet still, the dismissal of regional supremos by Ruto is seen by pundits as a way of self-preservation, as his political ambitions remain alive, having only covered 1 year of his potential 10 years in office. Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.